I do apologize. I got a notification right as I needed to start the stream, but it was like apparently third person and apiary issues. I need to investigate that. Let's see. We have started the stream. Let me see whether or not... Okay, they have started, so I'm going to do a quick ad to make sure people can walk in without having to worry about it. There we go. Hey, Chaplain. How you doing? How's your stuff? How's your things? Don't worry. Actually, I probably should have said that before. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, my nose. Oh. Anyway, I should have said that you're not gonna miss anything. I'm just hitting buttons and checking things. My face is gonna do the thing again. Dang, when it does that. Hold on. Let me go ahead and take care of this problem before it becomes a problem, because once my hair gets involved in tickling my nose and my nose starts itching, I spend the rest of the day scratching my damn nose, and I'll come back to recording looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Way late for Rudolph's time. Hold on. Oh! You know, I absolutely adore this blanket, but it is such an event trying to use it. No, it's under the wheel. Shh. Oh my god. Stop! And I get sucked underneath my wheel because of the blanket. Now I've had a workout. Can we take a nap now? I forgot to mute my TV. You thought I had pink hair? No. Every single time the sun was different or my lighting was different because my cats messed around with my stuff, everybody would ask me if I dyed my hair.
What's up?
Why are Restream not working? I see that. I do not see my notifications for Twitch. There's an error? Internal error? Well, undo the internal error, what do you mean? Okay. That part's... Wait. You mean to tell me... Wait. YouTube is acting right, but somehow or another Twitch is messed up? Restream, don't lie to me like this. Can I tell you to refresh and try again? Refresh and try again? Refresh and... I just said that. Do I need to log out and log back in or something? Will that fix it? Okay, let me try that. Yes, log out. I have to get up again. Dadgummit. No! It gets sucked up into my wheels. I have a heating blanket. I do apologize. Hang on. I'm gonna see if logging out and logging back in will fix the problem. And now I have static in my hair. Thanks. Verification. I was not done oh my god. It's not done typing at all. Not even close. Hang on. My nose itching just got worse because all of that movement just required me to get static in my hair. Just a holy crap. Where's things? Ah. I hope that's right, because I don't give you the little thing to make sure. Alright, yes, there he is. What do you mean? Is Restream going down? Is that what's going on? Oh no. I do apologize. This was working 5 seconds ago. As per the usual, it has decided to break as soon as I launch a stream. Okay, it's just not gonna work. Let me see. Stream has started. Okay, so are folks on Twitch and YouTube able to see the stream properly? Because according to that, I'm basically logged out with no way to log back in because it keeps failing. I'm going to guess that this is probably a Restream server down type of thing. It's all chaos, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. Yeah. I mean, I guess what I could do is just focus on one of them that allows the stream. Yes, on YouTube, but no chat, because it's not connecting Twitch to YouTube. You can see it on Twitch. So weird. Hold on, can I just pop this out and use this? Give me this. Pop out chat, thank you. Give me this. Okay, you can see both. You got chat now. Okay, but I can't see YouTube's chat on here. I'd have to pop YouTube's chat out. Hello, YouTube chat. Can you guys see it? Can I pop this one out too? Yes, pop out chat here too. Okay, so now I'm going to be looking at 2 different chats instead of my one chat that I normally look at. Okay. Wait, I can see Restream over on the Twitch. Okay, so I really only need one, I think. Let me just close that. You see both? You see? Okay, everybody else is seeing both. I'm just having a hard time seeing all of it. For some reason, it's... Let me try it one more time and see if it will let me do it. Am I thinking of the right one? Yeah? I don't know what happened. Okay, well, you know what? We're just gonna roll with it. Whatever happens, happens. We're just gonna pop this out and we're gonna look at that one and hope that I don't get too terribly lost in case something else doesn't show up. Okay. There. Absolute chaos to start the stream out with for no damn reason. Everything seems to be working for us, just not for you. Yeah, I don't... So nobody else has been on since I was on. Okay. Just so you guys know, I did do a video of me doing several missions I don't think that there's actually been very much tech improvement or anything else like that that's happened since the last time we streamed this, but I did do an episode. It actually came out today. Or rather, will come out today in less than an hour. Daryl, how you doing? How goes it? How goes your stuff and things? I put on tons and tons of food and then realized whenever this stuff pops out, it won't actually be able to put in there, so we're gonna have to check it as we go. Okay. Now, at the end of the video, which you guys are... I would definitely say even if you watch this, the video is worth watching because there was some stupid stuff that happens. But I'm currently in the process of trying to get our steel production going because I can make steel tools and everything, but I can't craft steel. So I'm saving money. I don't think I actually have the ability to do anything. Let's see. Didn't I get the anvil? Yeah, I got the ability to make the anvil. Not enough iron, though. I have collected a bit. We're gonna call in a screamer in no time. Between the two things that are going on. I'm trying to craft food so that I can get my wellness up. It is really, really bad. I have taken a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Thankfully, no deaths. But a lot of daggum damage. Particularly in the video that you guys will see on the main channel. So... Okay, now I'm going to be looking over here and wondering whether or not I'm seeing everything or if the chat just went quiet. Chat does that from time to time, it's fine. But now I'm wondering if chat goes quiet because I'm just not seeing chat. Which is frustrating. Closed captions are still off. Let me see if those will work. They should. Hello, closed captions. Okay, thank you. There we go. Looks like you got out of the basement in time today. Nice. Also, if you guys are playing the Alpha 16 back mod, Alpha 16 is back mod, I had an incident, and I won't go into details about it, but apparently you really, really need to keep an eye on these freaking internal pieces whenever they're low tier, because crap happens when you don't pay attention to that. Wait, you forgot to lock the basement? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Didn't I make ammo? Yes. I'll top that off. Did I have the stuff to make more ammo? Because apparently now I have pissed off enough badness that I need to worry about. I could have swore I had more. There it is. Oh, I forgot about my leg. 7.62 ammo. Now, I had a thought, and I retracted said thought, and I'm going to tell you why. There is a slight incident that won't be named right now because then it'll spoil stuff, but this is not as reliable as a backup weapon as I would have thought. And I was going to change this one over because obviously clearing POIs and being silent, this isn't the best weapon for that because it still makes noise. So, eventually, I would like to change this over to a bow and then have this as my primary, but I have to wait until after I find better parts. The chicken coop is warmer than the basement? That might be true. Might be. And Zombie, thank you for the what's up, though I did not get the auditory thing at all. I think that happened whenever I was panicking because all of my stuff and things were not quite right. There's a lot of 7-day shenanigans going on lately between the new update and the mods. I heard right before right before the stream, I got a notification on my video where I was talking about the things that I had seen in the forums. Someone said the new update with the third person allows people to reach through walls and take things out of people's bases, and the apiary causes memory loss. So anybody who's been dealing with the 2.5 update had to deal with either one of those problems. Obviously, if you're playing single player, you're probably not reaching into your own base and stealing things, but like in third person, can you see inside of a building when you're not supposed to be able to see inside of a building? Yeah, Brett, I've got like, I don't even know how many people in the video that I put out on Monday talking about the forums and stuff like that, that they've just like given up on playing the game, or they're playing earlier versions or modded versions. They're not playing the newest updates. And I'm wondering strategically how many of those people there are, because I know the Fun Pimps like to show off their numbers, but I don't think that they get an accurate accounting of how people are playing the game. Anywho, this is slow going. Did the storm finally pass? I still have 19 minutes left on my foot. Which one of you is going to give me the most wellness? You give me 80. I'm not quite hungry though, so let me stick that in my pocket. Alright. What I have noticed after getting my butt handed to me a couple of times in the last episode, which is going up on, I'm going to keep mentioning the fact that there's missing content because it's on the other channel. So I don't want anybody getting lost. What I have learned is now not only do I have to deal with ferals, I'm also going to have to deal with irradiated bad guys. I'm level 40. Game stage 132. I guess it kind of makes sense, but oddly enough, my weapons, my tech, have not really kept up with my leveling. So I need to figure out how to do that one better. Now, I don't know whether or not the MP5 is a step up from the weapon that I'm currently using, whether or not it counts as a pistol, or how that goes inside this, because when people add things in, you don't know exactly how they're going to add them in, which perk points you need to go into, but I can tell you, when I get one, I have all of the stuff for it, and all of it is pretty high level. So I cannot wait to get to the point where I can do that. Because right now that one piece inside my AK is seriously holding me back. I have had to repair that thing so many times. Ashes Antics, thank you so much for the prime! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Let me scroll up, hang on. How goes it? I do apologize. I'm having, my setup over here is not the same because I usually use a different chat feature so I can see both chats very easily. And I'm having to use a different one because for some reason, it's not working today. It has not only signed me out, but refuses to log in, so I don't know what's going on with that. And thankfully, that sound worked. So the sounds are working. That part's not broken. Anyway, when I get an MP5, the ability to build the MP5 or find my first MP5, I haven't found it, right? No. The fact that it says old SMG schematic makes me think it's a tier lower than the regular SMG. Which puts it in the pistol class, doesn't it? This always messes me up because typically you think of the, hold on. I'm loading. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. The loading is not gonna happen. It's stalled out. It's gone. Whenever it comes to the MP5 and stuff like that, I don't know if it's considered a pistol or an automatic weapon. You would figure automatic weapon, but the fun pimps, you know, so... You stream on YouTube and Twitch, always something going wrong? Yeah, it always does. Either YouTube or Twitch. And heck, I'm thinking about trying to... Holy crap, we've got a hype train coming in for why? Twitch is like, send hype train! Okay, and back to not hype train. I don't know why specifically, but multi-streaming seems to be a bit of an issue, and I think sometime this year, not earlier on in the year, but I think sometime during this year, I'm going to try and go over to fiber internet so I can try to stream. They are considered pistols, which is stupid. They're automatic weapons. But thank you for letting me know, because that means that MP5 is not actually going to help me because I'm not going into pistols, I'm going into automatic weapons. So I have all of those parts for nothing. So it's the AK, the old AK, the M60. Is there like an old M60 in here too? You gotta sleep? Okay, you have a great night. Thank you for stopping by, I appreciate it. Seriously, why did it decide to do just like a random hype train? Oh, Twitch is like, you don't get hype very often, so we're just gonna randomly do it. I actually feel better today, Twitch. I do appreciate your attempt at hyping me up, but I actually have my B vitamin. Thankfully, my daughter went out and purchased me some B vitamin. Oh man, that was a thing. I'll tell you very briefly. I was like dead on my feet by the end of last week. I don't know if you guys noticed it on Friday. It was horrible. But we went to the grocery store on Saturday, and Tigress was getting the groceries. That was her week to do the groceries. I do the next week. And she was nice enough to go ahead and get me some B vitamins so I wouldn't have to wait until I get my check. And I took a double dose of vitamin B and slept most of Saturday. And when I woke up, I finally had my energy back on Sunday. It was crazy. And that was when I did a whole bunch of canning of potatoes. Come on, Foot. You know what? I'm gonna go get a mission while we wait on my Foot. I'm not gonna go do the mission while I'm waiting on my Foot, though. Because, man. Weapons are classified by ammo type, so all 9mm are pistols, and 45s are pistols, etc. Back to cleaning. Thank you, Chaplain. What you cleaning? Oh, jeez. I didn't like that sign anyway. Watch time! Nice. Night Owl, how you doing? Kitchen? Nice. Is it for dinner, from dinner? Doing something crazy? Making dessert? Canning? Dude, Bam was so confused. I had so many plans going into the weekend and I didn't get any. I say any, but I got most of everything done. I just did it in a fury of energy on Sunday. So I started out my day on Sunday talking about I wanted to make muffins with the pear sauce that I had made because I've got some big cans in there that I need to get off the shelf. I have determined I don't... Oh, I thought that was... Thank you, Brett. I got confused. I thought that sound was coming from in here. I was like, wait, what's going on? She's gonna overwhelm, trying to keep her... Oh, I got you. Nice. That is very considerate. Screw that sign in particular? Yes, exactly. So I started out my Sunday having the want to eat, but not knowing what I wanted, so I was talking about making muffins and using these big cans of pear sauce that I had canned up, not really knowing whether or not we would like it, but there were so many pears that we got. I had to can big cans of it. And I've been trying to figure out how to get certain cans off of the shelf of things we don't necessarily like as a canned, so... I was like speculating on that, and then I was like, but wait,
Howdy,
if I
partner.
do that...
What can I get you this fine evening?
If I do that, I am not going to... Why does it look like your price went up, dude?
Cheaper doesn't always mean better.
Okay.
Machines that'll make you green.
I did it again. Hold on. Jobs. That's what I'm actually after. Clear zombies, yes.
Just remember the pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered, and you'll be fine.
So I determined...
Emotional damage!
Thank you, Gray. So I determined I needed to stop focusing on what I was going to do with the pear sauce and whether or not I wanted breakfast, and started focusing instead on the potatoes that really needed to be canned because they were going to go bad. I've had those potatoes since Thanksgiving. In a bag. Is my merch store obsolete? Yes. I could not afford to continue paying for the service of the store. I was thinking about launching a new one and creating my own store, because then I could do a conglomeration of merch for this channel and like selling seeds and stuff for my gardening channel. Do like a... What are some of these things? Like, not an Etsy store, just something else that allows me to sell that stuff. So, like if I have extra produce, like if I have... Like right now, I've got a huge bin full of loofah that we are not going to use all of, that I could potentially give to other people for them to gift to other people. So between that and the seeds and like little plant starts that I might be able to get, or merch ideas that I might come up with, I kind of feel like I have outgrown a spring anyway. And I wasn't 100% happy with their quality. After wearing their shirts, when the shirts first came in, they looked really good. But after about a year, and let me tell you what, when I buy clothes, I buy them for years. I just recently, like 2 years ago, got rid of a shirt that I got in high school. That's how long I hold on to stuff. So when the shirt started falling apart after like a year, like the lettering and stuff, I was like, this isn't a very well-made store, well-made merchandise. Whereas the shirt that I got for Thick 44, my Thick 44 shirt, the quality of that shirt has not actually gone down that much. Like, it looks really good. And I got that shirt prior to me putting out any merch, so I kind of need to find somebody else, you know? Stream Elements just advertise. Wait. Why did Stream Elements advertise for a merch store I don't have anymore? I mean, like, literally the store is not there anymore. I took it off all of my stuff. Is it still trying to cycle something through that I should have taken off? I do apologize if you're actually interested in merch. I think I've sold one piece of merch over the last 2 or 3 years, so I didn't think it was a very big deal to just take it down and not renew the subscription for it. Can't change. I could have swore I took that one off. I'm so sorry. I took it out of all of my stuff and things. I thought I covered everywhere. Chatbot. Was it a timer? Let me see. Yeah, up here it is. Actually, just delete it. There we go. There we go. I do apologize. I wasn't trying to false advertise. I thought I covered everywhere. I started taking it out of my stuff as soon as someone told me that it was no longer working. Then I realized the subscription hadn't renewed, and I was like, you know, that's fine. I don't want the subscription to renew. I don't necessarily want to keep using them for the merch. I want to do a more... What is it? It's like basically you create a store, and whenever you have stuff, you put it on the store. So like if I got seeds or something like that I wanted to share with people, I could put it on the store. Or if I got an influx of loofah, I could put it on the store. If I got a batch of, like... Dadgummit, it's way over there, and I don't want to have to go over there and get it because I'm going to get stuck in my wheels again. I've got a little water thing that one of my friends put stickers and stuff on. She actually does that work. She does the... what do you call them? I don't know, you put like things on your windows for your car and stuff like that, those types of things. She does those, plus she does shirts and stuff. So if I got a batch of shirts or something in that I could sell to people, or a batch of mugs or something like that, then I would be able to add them to the store. So yeah, kind of like Etsy. Yeah, I think so. Something like that. The postage and tariffs are somewhat ruining it. Yeah, they honestly, if you were buying from Spring anyway, the pricing differences are astronomical, and once the tariffs went in, there's no sense in buying from a place over here. Window clings? I guess that's what you would call them. Or it was a sticker thing that goes on the side of his bike. I was thinking about doing that, plus I want to make some patches for vests, or maybe a slightly larger one in case somebody wants to put it on, say, an apron or a handbag, or make a hat out of it, or that kind of thing. But it would be a patch for the Hidden Harvest channel for prepper gardeners. And that, see, I've got way too many ideas to just limit myself to a shirt store. And I really think it would be a better idea for me to... do a different type of store. You mean to tell me I finally got here for a job? I mean, I've been goofing off and talking this whole time and now my character's thirsty. Are you serious? Okay. I'm not gonna try and go through this tier again without having food and water on me. I learned my lesson yesterday. I'm taking food and water. And I grabbed food and I forgot the water. Cannot believe I've done this. Dadgummit. Rotten gray matter? Yeah, that probably does it. I can't actually identify the hole that's next to it. You would like some of those LTT? Is it Linus Tech Tips that you're talking about? Yeah, he's got some awesome tools I've seen. A screwdriver, but the tariffs and custom costs more than that. There's also another one. It's the... what's his name? Nexus? He's got these little pads and stuff like that you can put your drinks and stuff on. I wanted a batch of those. Because I always have a drink over here with me and I'm like, those would look really cool on my desktop. I could probably put them around my house too, but my husband would be like, what's this? I think those would be really fun, and I'm actually intending to, at some point, you know, when billionaires stop using the gaming industry of CPUs and stuff like that as their next cool thing that they want to do and stop playing around with the pricing market, I would like to build my own PC. I'm not sure that that's going to happen this year, though. And he's got, like, these mats where you have, like, little spots where you can put all your stuff while you're building. It looks really nifty. Drink. Okay. We got one more. I'll wait so I can get it out of the way so these other things will have a place to go instead of wasting my wood. Come on! Oh, that's 2 minutes. Never mind. I'm not waiting for 2 minutes. Drink that. The build mat also doubles as a desk mat? Yeah. You get a dice set pre-tariff, including snowflake card? Really? Just Rob, how you doing? How's your stuff? How's your things? Everybody say hi to Just Rob, the other renegade 7 Days to Die content creator. We were discussing the tariffs, not tariffs necessarily, because in the US we don't necessarily have to worry about the tariffs on oh my god, my foot. We don't have to worry about the tariffs and stuff so much as, holy crap. My life. Dude, dadgummit. Anyway, need to clip that, that was dumb. Anyway, the bottleneck that's being created because the AI is sucking up all of the RAM just about as hard as this thing does suck up all the RAM and things like that. Big companies are now sucking up the RAM, trying to create their own version of hell for everybody on Earth. And gamers are going to have to pay for it. So we were discussing some of the stuff and things that we would be building, like PCs and stuff like that, if that wasn't going on. I have no idea what you mean by licking a landmine. How are you supposed to know if it's still alive if you don't lick it? That's how you determine whether or not a zombie is still alive. You lick it. Don't go licking zombies. They don't appreciate that. Don't lick a zombie. You wanted to build a AM4 system? Damn. That's what he said? Yeah, probably. Most likely, yeah. Just Rob, how are you enjoying, what's the name of the game? It's that winter game. Hang on. My brain is calculating. It takes a long time to load this crap. I have not actually played that one. That one looks like it's very, very tedious. The Long Dark, I think is the name of it. How are you enjoying that? Hold on. I was trying to drink a drink. Me in social situations, just slowly side-eye my way out of the room. Okay. What you got? It puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again. Stop with the foot. How about I sit right here and make 100% sure that my foot is healed, because I will go in there and wreck it. I don't know how close to Alpha 16 this is, but it used to be back in the day, if you ran on a broken foot, that number would go and eventually kill you if you kept running on it. It's an epic survival experience. Yeah, it just looks... Just like I appreciate Green Hell for what it is, it was too tedious for me. And there was a mod... Ravenhurst, that I enjoyed what it was trying to do for the game. It just, for me, it was too tedious. I mean, back then, whenever I was trying those games out and that mod out, it was also when I was working, so maybe I would have more patience for it, but probably not. Oh my god, my foot is taking so long, dude. 20 seconds. I'll go dig in this trash. Seeds. Thank you. Okay. How do you fix a damaged jack-o'-lantern? You use a pumpkin patch. Oh my god. Ah. A group of disorganized cats is a catastrophe. Oh no. Ravenhurst sucks. I tried it. I went through a patch of... Back when I first started noticing some serious issues with 7 days, I decided to do like a month long of 1 week every single week. I would, for 1 week, get to the 7 days, obviously. Then I cut it back because I didn't want to do the Horde Night on every single one of them. But I tried several different mods, and there were some that was just like... I don't know. I like what it's trying to do, but it's just a bit too tedious for me, you know? Like, I understand tearing apart furniture to get nails. I get that. Just like, I could take apart an entire chair, which obviously has tons and tons of screws in it, but I get one screw or one nail or something like that, and it's like, okay, I see. You're really stretching the game out here, and I want immersion, but not, I don't know, extension? And it's like that guy from back in the 70s. They put a bigger on him, but they really didn't fix the rest of the package. You know what I'm saying? That kind of problem. Was that in the 70s? It might have been 80s. Okay. There's usually somebody out here, and they don't usually show up on the thing. Did you guys respawn out here too? What the heck happened to that truck? It's an odd place to park. Okay, it doesn't look like any of the guys out here are back. You downloaded the 2.4, you have to make the stone axe and a workbench. Why? Why? You lost me? Yeah, I guess you would have to... This is not typical information that I would have known during that time period or that age, but I had an older sister who had those kind of dude friends, so... Apparently there was... What's your favorite way of bleeping out a certain word that will get you demonetized? There was a dude... This is information you guys probably don't actually want to know, but here, I'm just gonna give it to you. There was a dude back in the 70s, 80s-ish era that was in the prawn industry. You know, selling little fish guys. He was in that industry, and there were a lot of ladies in this industry with him, if you catch my meaning. And he was famous for being the first person to have his prawn enlarged. And he was apparently famous for it for some reason. had a big name, if you know what I'm saying, but the dude was actually kind of not your typical dude that you would see in those types of situations. Like, they try to pick a half-decent looking dude and a drop-dead gorgeous woman, or one with daddy issues. But this individual existed there. He actually became something of a meme, if you could say memes existed back in those days. That's about as ambiguous as I can say about that. Not information I would have wanted to know at my age, but like I said, I had a sister who had, like, buddies, and they didn't actually, you know, care that I was there hanging out with them.
Why don't you get hydrated?
The corn industry. Yes, the corn industry. Jeez. Anyway, my comparison is if you have a mod that adds a whole lot to the game without fixing the fundamental issues of the game, it's basically like that. It's like something a little bit more PG would be like having a crap cake and putting real frosting on it. It's like you didn't actually you didn't fix the crap cake, you just put nice icing on it. Come to think of it, that was a better analogy that I wouldn't have had to explain. I should have thought about that one first. I don't know why my mind went elsewhere. Hi, lady. How you doing? My god, that arm just gets to going, don't it? Okay, we are definitely hungry. This gives me 90 food, though. Oh, wait. All filler, no meat? Yeah, I guess so. So he became a three-legged cornstalk? Yeah, basically. I kind of feel like, I know there's not a whole lot of people who watch this that also watched Supernatural. It's kind of a chick thing. Even though it seems like it would be a dude thing, it's obviously not. But there was a dude that showed up in the episode where, okay, Sam comes back with no soul and allows Dean to get turned into a vampire. The dude that was in charge of all of the vampires, who was trying to seduce women into being part of their family or whatever, that dude, the guy with the frilly hair, that is the same aesthetic the other guy had. It's just an odd time, I guess. Some things are going to be lost over time, and people are going to be like, I don't understand what she's talking about. And we have reached that section. Snake in the toilet. Yeah, that's how I sound when I get up to. Come on over here, dude. I only want to fight a couple of you at a time because apparently if I pull out my gun, the screamer shows up. She likes it when I use my weapon. Okay. How do you say that? Netifum? Is that how you say it? Not sure. There we go. I'm gonna show a little bit more of the chat at one time. Apparently this font takes up a whole lot more room than the other kind does. And while I do appreciate this, because I can't see worth a damn, my screen's not set up for that. Where are the rest of the bad guys? They over here, right? Zombie in the toilet? I really do not want all of these guys waking up at the same time. How are they going to be able to choose that, though? They're all going to come at me. I just wake up a few. Trigger point where? I'm at like 98% visibility. Never mind. Just supposed to say the game is lying? Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, hang on. Someone actually lost track of me. Immediately goes into the Outlast modes. I was gonna sneak and jump away. Oh. Stop getting up, dude. Peas? Gross. Tasty meat says what? Wait, what kind of meat are you eating in chat? Damn. That literally looks like bad CGI. Jeez. You know, in like B movies or something like that, when something... Okay. It's like some kind of damage happens and you can almost see the string as it pulls the bad guy backwards or something, you know? My only concern is where the rat is. I would prefer to pull... There he is. You heard me calling for you, huh? Come on over here, dude. I have to ask you to stop your things, dude. Okay. Those guys really hurt. Maybe the rest of them I can take out with this. There's only 2 more, right? Maybe? Took out the entire side of that tent for no damn reason.
He slimed me.
That's great!
Actual physical contact. Thank you, Brett. No, apparently that was not all of them. That dude's trying to leave. Is this guy a rat? I do have a rat remover in here, and I probably should put it in one of my weapons, but both of my weapons are kind of not really as powerful as this, actually. Or the potentiality for this to be as powerful. There we go. Oh. There's more. Frank, where you going, dude? Frank? There he goes. They eventually figure it out. Okay, that dead body is actually a dead body. It's not dead and risen, it's just dead. I'm not hiding a rat and... Go around! There you go, I guess. There we go, there we go. Just gotta have patience with the zombies. Dude had some stock. Are they inside the building? Maybe inside the building. You're a bit of a different story. Stop running. Okay, he's actually dead. That's a lot of parts. What is that? Magnum parts. Hello? Okay, okay. We're here for your food. Not really, but we'll take it. What is it? Pears? I just said I was trying to get rid of pears. Not because I don't like pears, just they have an odd grit to them. I like canned whole pears, I just realized I don't necessarily care for... Oh my gosh. I don't really care for them in, sauce form. You know what the game is telling me? I should take that. And probably eat that. Cheese cannon? But why? I will not be using those. I should sell them, but I have a feeling I'm gonna get over encumbered very easily. I'm definitely gonna hold on to my cornmeal though. I remember this section. Yes. Go around, dude. Is he stuck? I can't tell if he's actually dead or not. Did you just say cheese cannon? I don't know what you mean. It's a random cannon on Twitch, yes. We also apparently have like an egg cannon and, you know, just in case. An egg cannon? What's the other one? Hi, how are you? Have you taken the tour? Lemon cannon, that's right. There was, at one point, there was some sort of a lemon fight that was going on in chat, so it became one of the cannons. Get down from there, dude! And pickles, yes. And I think that was because Pickle Lady. Old AK, level 24. Awesome. That is incredibly helpful, game. I need more parts for that. That would be awesome. Oh, farmer boots. Dude, do we want to change over to the farmer boots? What are these? Run speed plus 8. Seed harvest bonus because, you know, we harvest our seeds with shoes. That's what I do with mine. And I am a professional gardener. I don't know if you guys knew this. I harvest my seeds with my shoes. And I buy my shoes according to how many seeds those shoes can procure for me, obviously. I'm gonna see if I can smack him in the back of the head. Probably not, because there's also something right there. Shh. Why did he just shift like that? Because he's actually awake. Dadgummit! What do you call a fly without wings? A walk? Uh-oh. What the? Oh, okay. That dude had the ups and nobody even knew it. Take those. Disgusting. I'll take that. There we go. I'm very reluctant. You guys haven't actually seen the video that will describe why I'm very reluctant about this area. Stop flapping! Stop it. Anyway, trying to be very cautious because I ran into a bad guy I was not willing to deal with. And I do not want to run into him here. Rogue gloves. We have melee weapon damage 34 or lockpicking speed. You know what? I'm not worried about that. Lockpicking sucks no matter what. I think the other bad guys are definitely in here, but I feel like that's probably not the only ones. I'm getting in your workbench! I just want one or two of the bad guys. I don't want all of the bad guys. Get out of my inventory, you bullcrap. Dog. Ugh. Stop! Good grief. Oh, there's another dog. There's another dog! Stat! You did not even swing? Dude hit me with his front side. Ah! Who knew chest bumps could be so bad? Pardon! I'm gonna have to stop! You're right there. Okay. I can't make that jump. I'm a basketball player. You know, I was trying really hard to only get a little bit of attention at a time. That didn't happen. Really do not want to have to pull the other weapon out unless I have no other choice. Nope, nope, nope. Oh my god. Face straight into the razor wire. Nope. Ow, 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 ow. I'm going to break this weapon. Stop all ye ferals. Okay. Or not. This is the worst possible ammo to be using on you. I really don't want to call in a screamer by the end of this. Making sure. Okay, parts are broken. I don't think you guys are ferals, are you? I don't think he was dead. No, he wasn't. Well then. Okay. Drop all dumb. Take that, because it's worth money. Strength mod. Come in. Okay, parts. Okay, that's actually the part that I need to work on the level of, so that's not bad. Another AK! I can combine my AK with your AK! I touch tips with their AKs. Seriously, at this particular point, why do I keep finding those? I'll take those two. Not that I actually need to pick that one up, but we're done with the mission, which means I can go drop off into my vehicle. Assuming I'm actually done with the mission, because the fun pimps like to throw a bad guy in after you clear an area too. Ah. I would have thought a crawl. Yeah, maybe a crawl. Unless you... Wow. What happens if something happens to the legs, too? A sit? Maybe? These brakes suck. Let's see. What's something we should be getting rid of here? Drop those. Read that. Drop those for now. I'll store this stuff because those are going to be worth sells. Or upgrading what I currently have. Okay. Now, where's loot? Probably in here with more bad guys. Can almost feel it. That's not the right thing. That's gonna have to work. Why do ducks make great detectives? They always quack the case. Oh no. Oh no. That's pretty bad. Oddly enough, in my head, I went to Evil Within. No, don't do that! I'm saying Detective Castellanos is a duck. Probably like Howard the Duck, you know? It's a whole new take. I don't need any of this stuff. I already checked the water cooler. And I did pass by a few areas I didn't check any of the loot for. I need to run back and check. Just run my ear along there to see whether or not there's something hiding in there. Okay, did we have anything in here? Yes. Liz dog? I don't know about that. Never actually saw myself as like a Daphne duck or something like that. Let's not pick up that. For a chick that's not very chick-like, I always saw myself as more like a Powerpuff Girl. It's probably gonna be the most chickish thing I say for the rest of my entire life. I just feel like something dumb is gonna happen. It must have been Darkness Falls where they put a whole bunch of demos in here. Not mean- Stop! Not mean enough to be a goose? Geese are highly protective. Very, very protective. And kind of sassy. Also, how does the audio sound? I know it's probably a bit low, but I've been messing around with it. I'm gonna have to re-tweak it. Max health bonus. I'm gonna have to re-tweak it this weekend because I'm gonna put my soundproofing back up. But I needed my recording session to go a little bit better than the first. My first set of recordings, they didn't sound right to me. Like I was picking up my breath again, which is really irritating to try and edit all that stuff out. So I was trying to go through and fix it. And it just seems like for some reason I'm having to make it a whole lot quieter to get background noise out of it. I've got to put my soundproofing back up. I have slacked on that. I've had a very hard time the last couple of weeks, and I have managed to get stuff and things done, just I'm running way behind on what I want to get done. Did I check everywhere? I don't know that I did, but I'm okay with what we got. That, and I don't want to be out here anymore. It's nighttime. It's scary. And cat food in there. Does it make sense that there'd be cat food in there? I don't really think it would be. Okay, let's take this stuff back. Audio is good for you? Okay. I'll probably want to kind of go through the same thing. I've got like one video where the dude goes through each one of the filters that you have to use, like the high filter, the low filter, the yada yada yada, and allows you to work your way through it. If I don't do it in that order, I will screw something up. So whenever I go to like tweaking it because I notice something is weird, like my S's were starting to sound really, really bad again, which I think has something to do with my sound proofing as well, but it was really sounding bad to me, and I was like, I've got to fix this again. So I have to go through that same tutorial every single time if I want to fix it instead of like tiny tweaks, because I seem to mess it up whenever I do that. Oh no, you know I never finished the ditch. Okay. I don't think I actually have very much basic stuff, but I'll try. Actually, I should put it up here. I'm not sure that I want to do all that digging, but there is that. Okay, you are max health. What is this? Natural healing resistance and health bonus. I don't think it's worth a changeover, but definitely worth a sell. Run speed is plus... Oh, I've got the same kind, which means I can do a bit of an upgrade. Let's do that. You got to take the shoes off. Be awkward to modify them with your feet in it, you know? Do I have a place to put that? Probably not. Nope. I will hold on to it. Okay, so these were attack speed. And I've got melee damage or attack speed. I don't think that's really going to help, as much as not having to hit them as often would help. Okay, wow, I broke 2 parts. No, I broke a lot of parts. I'll need more repair kits then. Is that all of them? What is the top level here? It'd be like $5.99 or something. Okay, all of that is fixed. How are you looking? Not great, but I don't think I have the part that I need in order to fix that. What about... No! Wanted to modify. Modify. I think we'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Oddly enough, I don't have that mod on there. It's just not that high a level. It's only getting worse. I still don't have the ability to make that club. Right now, I could actually make a pretty decent level if I could find the recipe for it. And this mod can be sold. And I can sell those. Along with those. $600? Okay. Sounds about right. And a few more parts. I can do a bit more combining. You and you. Sniper rifle. Question. It's 524. 523. I doubt very seriously putting two of these together is going to equal out to 1,000. I'm just going to sell them as is. I just dropped the coffee on the floor, the sacrilege. Oh, gloves go to sale. I know it's actually worth it to take it apart. And I actually need that part to repair mine. Hang on. Old AK, we can hold on to that to repair my stuff. Can hold on to that, hold on to that. Hold on to that. The pistol is okay, and I just fixed all those parts. I'm not going to go through and do upgrades with them because it'll take down the durability of the parts that I currently have. I'm not going to use that. This has got to be so complicated, dude. It's so complicated. Okay. Just in case anything silly happens, you know? I don't need silliness to happen. Okay, that's fixed. I am making a lot of food. Lock it up, wake it up. No! I mean, that is how you figure out whether or not it's still alive, right? Ah! I was not expecting you to be right there! I was expecting you to be outside. Really need to put a door on here, just anybody will invite themselves in. Is she in there? No, she's right there. Freaking audio needs to be fixed in this game, dude. Trying to pinpoint the screamer. Sounds like she's on top of your face. Okay, so back to what we were doing. There's like the best part. Actually, we can get to 6. Dude, we've gotten to 6. Modify the parts out of this one as well. That's not bad. This is the part that I'm most worried about. It's the part that just keeps breaking over and over and over. It's like the weak part of my entire weapon. And it is so rude. Okay, so we hold on to this part in case we have to do repairs on this one to bring the level back up. How's about we combine this one and this one? Okay, is that all of the parts? I don't think it is. Cool. She did in fact scream without screaming. She's one of those silent ones. Okay. That sounds suspect. Okay, that one I'm not selling though. You better not be breaking anything important down there. I hear glass breaking. So rude. There we go. Why are you in my bathroom, Frank? Did you seriously just hit me without hitting me? Come on over here. There's more of you. Okay. Whenever you figure it back out again. There better not be a zombie in my pool. Nobody wants zombie pool water. I got lost. Mm-hmm. Exasperated Liz sounds? Yes. Jeez, she's such a boingy zombie. Why is it the screamers stop screaming? You don't even get a warning anymore. They don't ever actually scream. It's just like telepathically sent out, you know? They ESPN'd their buddies. I mean, I know that their scream changed, but it's like rarely ever that I— Did you actually hit me though, dude? I heard the tin can, dude. Fucking bongos going off. But anyway, it's just, it makes it where it doesn't even sound like she does it. Try again, dude. One more time. There we go. Dude had an egg. Oh, that was Steve that had an egg. Okay. Auto shotgun part? Okay. I'm not using shotguns. All of the weapons I'm not using, I've got parts for. All of them. Okay, there's no zombie in my pool, is there? Okay. Dude, I'd have had to sell the place and move. I cannot believe they've done this. Okay, now back to what I was doing. I'll hold on to this in case of what I don't know, but in case. There we go. All of this stuff I can sell. How are you doing? Just about done with all of the food. Okay, my next meal needs to be something that helps out with wellness of 50, wellness of 80. 65, 55. Zombie pool party? No. No, Skylarking, they are not allowed to have a zombie pool party. Do you know how many appendages and flesh I'll probably find inside my pool? Not to mention you can't even get the goop off the side of the walls. It's a non-start. I'd have to sell the whole property. You know what? Chili dog time, guys. What's everybody eating for dinner? I already know what I'm going to cook, and I'm excited. I'm going to make sausages, sweet potatoes, collard greens, and black-eyed peas. And now my stomach's growling. I also did not grab... I didn't grab a drink again. I probably need to fix my vehicle. And I need a motorcycle.
Saddle up, partners. The store is open for business, and we're fixing to show y'all a good old time.
Bob always trying to show people a good old time and invite them into his back room. Dude just creeps me out. Hi, Bob. How
We
you
buy and sell
doing?
vehicles, mechanical parts, and electrical parts. But we'll trade for other stuff too.
You know, I'm gonna have to say this is probably one of the very few times you actually offered me stuff that I have to sit here and analyze. Because a triple pocket mod and even steel sound good. Hell, even the advanced armor fitting mods sound good, so this is a bit of a choice. But I'm definitely gonna go with that one.
Butter my transmission.
Is that what you do in your spare time, is you butter your transmission? Freaking weirdo. I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to lube your transmission. No, I'm still working. I was supposed to start shopping. I cannot start shopping yet. I really need to upgrade this. Can I make... Let's see. Armor. I can make level 48. I am nowhere even close to being able to make regular stuff. Can I make a whole lot of primitive armors to get my level up? I've done that with my weapons. Just kind of curious. Not that I've got a ton of stuff open for me to be able to craft, but... Is this something I can do to work on that level? Because I suck at armor creation. Right now, I have the ability to make some pretty decent weapons and tools. I have not even focused on making my armor. How much stuff and things do I have at the base that would allow me to craft it, and does primitive armor crafting count? You would figure if I could do a stone axe and a stone shovel and stuff like that to get my level up, that I would be able to do it. Here. Let me go find some materials, and then I'll work on fixing my bike whilst I'm crafting. Takes 5. They all take the same amount, so track that. I need wood and fiber. Craft all of those. Now I need this, and probably need some more repair kits now, don't we? No, I got some in my pocket. It is working. It just works, guys. It just works. Come on, are you for serious? I apparently need more gas. That's so many hoods. Hang on. Cancel for a second? Because... Yep, no, put that back on. Sadly, I'm not getting the wood back. Not that I'm hurting for wood. You just finished your curry? And you're having pizza? Nice. I started analyzing my canning methods and some of the things that I like that are on my shelf and some of the things that I don't like that are on the shelf, and I have to admit that I do not like canned sweet potatoes. I only canned some because I knew that they were going to deteriorate fast because they had been messed up. One of my cats had messed around with them whenever I brought them inside, so I canned them. Found out I really don't like the flavor of them canned. And the sweet potatoes, the raw sweet potatoes, are still sitting in my kitchen in the basket that I put them in, and they still look great. So they've got a long shelf life without being canned, and I'm like, which means I have got, I think it's 4, like, big, what are those, quart? Pretty sure those are quart, maybe. Size jars up there of something I really don't want on the shelf, and I have other things that I need to can, so I need those cans back. So, I'm cooking all of those. It just means I'm going to have to over-season them to counteract the canning flavor. The sweet potatoes don't do a good job of hiding. I had pizza this weekend. I had a lot of pizza this weekend. Man. When you do longer day servers, these guys do not account for the fact that it's a longer day. Can I go pick my crops? My barter level has gone up again for random reasons. Okay. Mr. Sandy, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate. And Brett, thank you so much for the bits. I do appreciate it. I'm pretty sure I said it earlier, but just in case I saw it, and for all I know, things have glitched out. I'm still paranoid after the way the stream started. So incredibly paranoid that I'm missing things. For all I know, just all of the stuff stops working. Which is entirely possible. That... Is that all the seeds I've got? I think so. Let's go put them up. Weird. Look at all those potatoes, dude. Super corn. It's odd because every time I've punched, and now it's probably not going to happen again because I'm going to say something about it. Every time I punch the super corn, I've gotten the seed back. Which is nice. Have that. Okay. Go ahead and craft those. I'm gonna have to go slap some grass if I want to be able to, to do any better here. I actually do not want to do this all day long, but I will gain a couple of levels and then I'll work on it like in between. Because I really need to work on all of my armor. It's abysmal. Not to mention, I do need to cut my grass over here, you know? For all I know, someone's gotten in here and then laid some mines out or something like that over here. Come on, level, go brrr, please. I don't think it has. Yes, it did, actually. Okay. I have had a lot of people saying that they're not playing 7 days or they're playing modded versions, but those who usually play 7 days or have played 7 days, what's your go-to game now? What are you guys playing now? Sometimes I'll see folks in the Discord playing like random things, but I'm just like wondering, what are folks interested in? Which is probably a huge question to ask, like a variety of things, but still. I will take your money. I have garbage, and for some reason or another, just those caps are in there. Freaking triple armor pocket mod, and I can't even use it, dude. Let me go put it up before I accidentally do something dumb like drop it out of my inventory and not realize I did it, or sell it and not realize I did it. Speaking of which, it's probably time to eat and drink. Work on that wellness. I'm actually not sure what my wellness currently is.
What's up?
What's up? Just got back into 7 days with my group using Nord Army mod, otherwise mostly DayZ. Nord Army mod. What does that add? Is that an overhaul or is it like adding new weapons or what? We enjoyed some DayZ back in the day. Though I have to say I was not an avid player. I mostly just enjoyed finding the vehicles and starting zombie trains. I was not a great player. This, and... Oh, God. I have no stone. There. Hold these. There we go. Weird as hell, everything attacks you, even chickens and bunnies? I don't know. I suck at PvP, but I can drive 7 days cars like a pro. I enjoyed the exploration of it. The environments looked really, really cool for whenever I was first starting out in the zombie genre. I've played them before, but it was one of the first ones I ever got on there. The only reason I stopped playing is because the group that I was running with quit playing. Or moved on to other places. In a lot of cases, I stopped playing a lot of games because the group I was playing with moved on to other stuff. Okay. Alright, stop it. Now we're on to 78. This is a slow process. And slapping grass is the only way to get it done. At one time, I was running with a group in DayZ, and I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was like one of the servers that we played on that we were whitelisted on went down. And I jumped into the second one because the same group had 2 different servers that we were whitelisted for, and I ran through there trying to find somebody, anybody, who might be in the know about why the server went down. And I basically got taken hostage, and an explosive was placed in my pocket and I was tied on the ground while they just kind of laughed and I exploded. So I never found out why the server went down. And the folks that we played with kind of vanished after the server was gone. So I didn't play as much. We played, you know, with other groups or whatever. It just wasn't the same after we lost that group. So... And... I had a group that played 7 days for a while and they got tired of 7 days. So we moved on to... Fallout 76, and some of them left, never said anything about it, and come to find out the entire group had moved over to, what is it, Grand Theft Auto or something like that, and just simply didn't tell me because they thought I wouldn't be interested in playing. So... I think at one point I had one person who showed up, and I was in the server and was like, hey, where's everybody else at? I haven't seen them in a while. They're like, oh yeah, we're playing in, you know... the server, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And they were like, yeah, it's a friend's server, so we're not sure if we can invite you. And I was like, oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Alright. Bye. Awkward. So, anyway. Nord Army also adds weapons and food, but not much, and some interesting additions. My 7 days group loves to find challenging mods like that and drag me along for the ride. Ah, yeah. Challenging would be 7 days PvP. Because, oh my god, the lag makes you work for it. This game's really not made for it. I was actually talking about the Fun Pumps, or at least one of the moderators being interested in trying to figure out how to make the PvP good, so people would want to play another way. And immediately there was a whole bunch of people, don't do that because you're going to mess up the single player game because you can't balance a game for PvP and PvE very well. The balance doesn't work. And I tend to agree, but they were like wanting to talk about all of the things that would need to be changed with this game in order to make it viable as a PvP game, and I'm like, where do you even start with that? Where? Just the multiplayer aspect needs to be fixed before you can ever even consider working on anything having to do with the PvP portion of it. I will definitely take all of this. Are we done crafting? Yes, we are. Okay. Hotas? Which one is that one? But then you decided to start streaming? Oh, okay. You haven't played official 7 days DayZ in years. You prefer to run servers, especially with Targi mods. They add a lot of DayZ experience too. Really? Did someone mention PvP? Hi, Chaplain. It's odd that you're interested in it. There used to be this character called the Skirt that frequented, but I don't remember seeing you there. What do you mean? Never would have guessed the chaplain was interested. Oh my gosh. Okay, are we done? Stop! Stop! Excuse me while I hold my sack. Good heavens. Get that out of your hand. You're being inappropriate. This is a family-friendly Minecraft server. You can't just stand here and hold your sack. Should probably take care of this other side too, huh? Daffy. Hey, Richie, how you doing? Thank you so much for those biddies. And the eagle, Daffy Duck. Uh-oh, I have potato seeds in my pocket. And that's it. Did not get a whole lot of seeds like that. I was actually watching like the first few minutes of IZ Prebuilt talking about how with the new settings the way that they are, the new toggles that they're going to be working on in his new hardcore experience, he's like, I found a way to make food, and he's like, gardening. And I'm like... But he said basically doing the version of gardening where you don't worry about it being maintainable. And I've been doing this for a long time, ever since they basically made it whenever at the beginning you're not guaranteed to get a seed back. I've been doing this. I just plant whatever I get. There's no trying to maintain a garden anymore with the way that the game is. And apparently this is a thing that people are just now learning is a viable way of surviving. Just plant what you get. Oddly enough, you do find a whole lot of seeds. Very randomly. I need... You know what? Let's go ahead and get some aloe. I haven't put any aloe in the ground. Mainly because I don't use it a whole lot. Just like this whole thing of having to rub the aloe on your skin as soon as you get it just kind of makes it hard to bring any of it home. There we go. You felt your ears burning? I mean, I'm a peaceful representative of Chapco. Really? Chaplain. Peaceful! So you know nothing of this skirt. I swear I have heard you say you knew who they were. Chappie's like, I plead the fifth. It costs more to make farm plots than make the actual garden? Maybe. Yeah, but occasionally you can find them in stuff, and at a certain point, the items that you use for making the garden are a one-time sink, so you don't have to worry about making the garden again. And you can find them as bundles and drops and stuff like that. So whenever I find the garden plots, I'll put them in. I don't actively go out during a regular playthrough. This playthrough, I actively went out and looked for them because I had so many seeds. And it's like, okay, well, I have a whole lot of seeds, and I'm digging a hole in the backyard anyway, why not, you know? Now I'm at 96. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop there on the crafting. I can worry about trying to craft more of these, like, on my way somewhere to do a thing. I'm not sure why it didn't occur to me to start crafting armor pieces earlier on. I should have. I worked on everything else but armor pieces. Now I'm like, oh no. Poor pitiful me, I have bad armor. I wonder why. You're innocent? Skylarking, I don't believe you. You never wore a skirt in your life, been under plenty of them? Technically being under a skirt counts as wearing it. That's how you wear a hat, you're under the hat. Usually only put 1 point in living off the land, and that's about it. By the time I can make spare points for the other 2 ranks, seeds are no longer an issue. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not sure. Sorry. Yeah, ever since they made it to where you couldn't automatically get that, you're not guaranteed, even at max level, to get all of your seeds back, I kind of basically, it's like, eventually, when I have enough materials and I'm not hurting for other things that I need to make, I'll go ahead and make farm plots, or I'll find farm plots, and whatever seeds I find, I'll just stick them in the ground. Whatever I get, I get. I won't take the food and turn it into food. Turn it into more seeds. there's no point in it being sustainable when you can find seeds out in the world. Just take them home. Of course, seeds are usually a thing that first get dropped, but it's not like you can't go buy seeds as well if you wanted to. If you had plenty of money, you can go to the traders and buy seeds too now. So I'm not sure why the trade was happened.
Wow. 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 Wow.
It's supposed to get loud.
Wow. 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 Wow.
There we go. Thank you. You got free bits, so you're gonna try and use them wisely? I see. I see. That's what you're doing, huh? Using them wisely. Okay. I'm still not done crafting. Oh, Wowmageddon? Yes, exactly. And Chaplin's like, accusations and slander. No. We should do a vote in chat. If you've been under a skirt, then that basically counts as wearing it. Because if you're underneath the hat, you're wearing the hat. Plain and simple.
Hey, so, know this. Killing is my business, ladies.
And business is good. Thank you. As a legal representative of charcoal, I can safely say that these are lies and slanders of charcoal? Wait. That is such a random thing to be a legal representative of. And I'm not sure how that coincides with the conversation we're having about this stuff and things. Chapco. Oh, you said charcoal. You meant Chapco? Jeez. I heard you were looking under someone's skirt for a few minutes. I never said I was never in a skirt, either. Hell, I've got pictures of me in skirts. You know, legitimately in skirts, not in skirts your way. That you know of. Let's go! We must go find another mission because apparently...
A shiny!
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you for the shiny. Thank you. I'm thinking that the only way I'm going to have a chance for getting myself the motorcycle schematic or any of the other schematics is to go to the high tier missions anyway, so let's go get a mission. Autocorrect sucks. I gotcha. Okay. I was like, that's not legally binding if you accidentally say charcoal.
Looking for a new ride or parts to get back on the road? Either way, we can help.
Mm-hmm. Blue Ridge, Judith Witch. Isolation Blue Ridge. That one's a long way away,
Here,
though.
have a look. You must have more guts than you can hang on your fence.
More guts than I can hang on my fence, you say? Bob is just weird. And he's subtly a serial killer. He's got serial killer vibes. Your way? I need to speak to my lawyer. Hey, you're the one who stated it. This is categorical fact. Why, woman? Look both ways before you cross the street. Thank you, Richie. Thank you. I appreciate it. Freaking Karen's in the middle of the damn road shouting at people? Rude. This is how accidents happen. Good grief. I guess I should have laid down my horn or something. Liz isn't weird? Okay. I may not be. I might be normal. And everybody else is weird. Could be. It's a possibility. I wouldn't hold your breath on that, though. Where are we going? She's trying to let you know that the end of the world is happening soon? Oh, no. She came over to shout about climate change. If you don't stop with your dew collectors, you're gonna take all of the water and produce climate change. Oh, that's what all that was. If you really want a lot of food, this is definitely the POI to go to. Let's go all the way around. This is like my favorite Halloween POI right here. All of the pumpkins. I thought that was actually a thing up there flying. Okay. I hope I brought enough stuff and things. I did not. I definitely did not bring enough stuff and things for this. That was a hard lag again. Hello. Bob is almost as weird as Liz. I mean, he's got serial killer vibes. I don't have serial killer vibes, do I? You know, I'm gonna save that for the big room. That way I can get more kills. And then get more experience, because I have not actually put enough points into vehicle-related thingies. Craft them. Okay, hang on. Do I go into Pummel Pete again, which I do need more points into that. I need the stamina. Or go into Intellect, because I'll need to go into Intellect in order to open this one, but this is going to be Intellect level 4. What is it going to take to open this one? Where are we at? Strength of 5, so 2 points into that one. Either way, I will not be able to get it. I could get this. 15 chance to ignore physical. Okay, let's do that, and then we'll put one here. And then as soon as we know we got a whole bunch of bad guys, we'll take the XP boost, so when we get our kills, we can get a little bit of extra experience. No, you just have serious killer vibes? Serious killer vibes? I'm not sure that constitutes as the same thing. Ask all the zombies from the joke mod that you talked about like they were normal people while you immortalized them? No. Those guys were talking first. It would be rude not to respond. Right? I mean, when I go to Walmart, I have to respond to people whenever they say something. Yeah? Okay. I hope this does not break. And I did bring repair kits, so that's okay. All of the mushrooms. Not over there. One word, Liz. Dexter. No. Dexter was, like, lining himself in a job where he could, you know, find these bad guys and therefore take them out. I mean, he analyzed blood splatter for Christ's sake, you know? Dude was actually a legitimate psychopath, you know? Why are you doing that, Frank? My God. Should not ever go down without a dinner first. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything good inside these? No. Do we have any good inside this? Yeah. Do we have anything good inside these? I mean, yeah. Sort of. Hey, an antibiotic. Is that a message you're trying to send me right there? Probably. I don't necessarily want to start dropping things because some of that stuff might be useful for later. Like, someone dropped their shoes right here in the floor. Can you imagine trying to walk through here and getting turned into a zombie because you tripped on someone's shoes? Oh, speaking of the lady that has her eye popped out, I realized how many, because Reaper here? Thank you, Brett. Someone order a psycho. Hi, Reaper. Speaking of which, since we're having this weird conversation anyway, I noticed that there were so many times, some people are going to hate me for this, that they warned Glenn what was coming because of how certain zombies died around him. It was so messed up going back and watching that. Nine cotton. Here's our... Should I start holding on to brass? You know what? I'm going to start holding on to brass because here shortly I'm going to have to make some more ammo. I have been going through a lot of it and not getting a whole bunch back. PB, how you doing? And I haven't seen any of the recent Dexter stuff. Has any of the recent stuff come out? Didn't they start up a whole nother series or something like that with him? I've got like 20 some odd cornmeal at the base that I haven't made anything with yet. I'll hold off on taking some of that home. Hello! Oh, jeez. Not on my head, dude. Good grief. That's definitely where I should be hearing that sound from. Stop getting up, dude. Nope. Stop. His head didn't even explode, it was just gone. No, I'll take home leather. I don't think I need cloth right now. If I'm going to make armor, I probably need cloth, but I've been collecting more cloth than I have armor. Than I have leather, so in order for me to make actual armor, I'm probably going to have to take some of that home. Hello? Hi. Good grief. What is going on? Zombie balancing act, dude. Loot everything. It's why I have a 96 slot backpack and I use my own stack size increase mod. Makes sense. I think once they do their final updates, I'm not sure about 2.5. I feel like they still haven't quite finished 2.5. They need to release some more stuff. I'm going to go back and play a semi-vanilla version that's going to have quality of life mods, and that backpack is probably one of the things that I'm going to want. Along with the ability to, like, honk the horn and open the trader. Boop. Whenever you figure out that door, dude, let me know. Okay. He just looks like one of those small dogs that needs to get out because he's got to pee really bad. Hi. Did I hear false accusations and slander against Chappie? No, there were not necessarily slanderous accusations against Chappie, but he made a conversation about it, I questioned, and then he made a statement about a certain thing, and I simply drew it to its conclusion. That's not my fault. Chappie doesn't wear skirts? No, Reaper. He said that he's been under skirts several times. That counts as wearing it. Just like a hat. If you're underneath the hat, you're wearing the hat. That's how it works. Now, just because he's wearing a skirt as a hat is not my problem. It's just a wardrobe malfunction at that point. There are a few Dexter spin-offs. Original Sin is Dexter growing up. New Blood allows you to follow from the original shows to the son finding him. Not watched Resurrection yet. Oh, okay. I think I did hear something about skirts, but it was something found before you got... Yeah. There was a situation. So by that logic, because you're under your roof, you're wearing your house? Sure, why not? Of course, the house is not actually a clothing item. A hat is. But I mean, if you want to wear your house as a hat, I can't really stop you. I mean, yeah, you can't extend that to things that are not actually clothing items, in which case when you walk outside you're wearing the clouds. That doesn't track. Why am I trying to craft a thing? Stop trying to craft a thing. I really hate this section. It could be a clothing item. It's just a very, very baggy one, so you can move around quite a bit inside of it while you're wearing it. I guess you could. You could. I think it's stretching the definition of it, but I mean, they do have like those blow-up creature. Ah! Oh my god. Almost broke a leg. You know those like dinosaur outfits or something like that? They're like the big floofy things that have air inside of them. It's just like a costume like that. I guess you could do that. I just don't think you would want to count a house as a clothing item. Why is there a bush there? That does not belong, dude. Alright, everybody come down here. That's what he asked, possibly. Ah! No. No, this is a bad way to go. Well, let's not stay up here. That's a trap. It's camouflage? Ah, no. Well, you're never gonna find this path. You can't see it behind this bush. It's just trying to be a modest path. Are both of you on this floor, or is one of you on the upper floor? No, you are. You're definitely on this floor. And I missed. Dadgummit. There's the feral. I figured there'd be one. Let her through. Hi, Marilyn. Actually hit the dude. Okay. Camouflage leather skirt? Camouflage leather skirt? Wait, are we talking about, you know, we were playing Fallout 76 and that dude was wearing a cow suit? Are we talking about that kind of leather? Because I'm not sure if that's okay. I feel like there's a switch down there I'm supposed to hit. Hello? Like, because there's a switch down there I'm supposed to hit. Stop getting up. Nope. Wow. You guys are not making me take a lot of hard choices here. I might actually start collecting the cloth because I've got extra room in my pockets. As I suspected, someone's been adding soil to my garden. The plot thickens. Aw, man. Is it gonna throw something dumb at me? It's probably gonna throw something dumb at me. Jeez. Oh no. I did not even see you, dude. You were not supposed to be in here too. Oh my gosh. Things did not go as planned. You know what? I am not fighting with you. Frickin' snot slinger. All of the zombies are pulsating and shaking and stuff. It's disgusting. Okay, that's just right back around, right? Yep. Okie dokie. What did we get? And please tell me it was something good.
Isn't that cute?
But it's wrong! Holy crap on the first try, dude. How are you still giving me regular baseball bats but throwing rads at me? I don't understand this. I don't get it. Question. Whenever they added in the new types of zombies, did they... Okay, I'm not sure if I can say this the right way, if I can articulate what I'm thinking. Okay, we've got our regulars, our ferals, and our irradiateds, and those were spread out over our levels. Now, it seems to me like the irradiated show up earlier instead of just having more zombies after these levels would normally have ended off on us getting new bad guys. Did they push up the irradiateds, or maybe move the tech tier back, or something? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I need that steel though. I'll eat those pears. Liz ain't right? It may not be. May not be. But I'm not 100% wrong either. Is that another damn screamer? Freaking Kieran's, dude. Kieran's all the way. I forgot to take the learning elixir. Oh my god. No, that's one of the desert guys. Okay. 2 of the desert guys. I got stuck in there. Enjoy! Bye! I should go after that drop. Assuming the drop is halfway close, maybe there'll be a plan in there for a motorcycle. You're fighting rads on day 2? Kinda figured that's what it was. Now, I see the level that I'm sitting at, and I'm like, yeah, kind of, sort of suspect that I would see the occasional rad. But it's like, I fully expected this particular level to see, like, a rad in the main boss room at this point. But I'm not just seeing him in the main boss room. I'm getting, like, irradiated screamers. I'm getting regular bad guys, and then not in the boss room, I'm getting irradiated. So I feel like they moved the rad guys up. And the only problem with that, I don't think the tech tier shifted, you know? Of course, I don't think they added in a tech tier because of the new bad guys. There's no, like, added on at the end a new tech tier to help you fight the new bad guys. It's just they tacked those guys on at the end. Not sure if that makes any sense, but I mean that like they gave us higher tier bad guys, but not higher tier weapons to deal with said higher tier bad guys. Should I go drop off first? I can drop into here. It's fine. It's fine. I have room. We got Reaper in charge of snacks for the 12-hour stream. Oh, we still got a little while. Sometimes it looks like you're pretty close to the next thing and it takes like, I don't know, weeks or something like that, or a month even, to boost it. It's like, the discoverability on YouTube is not always like that. For some reason, maybe one of my clips popped off and that's how we got a whole lot of people, and then for some reason it won't push a clip, so it'll slow down, is what I'm saying. The 12-hour stream will happen whenever the 12-hour stream happens. I really don't like this kind of ammo, and I'm getting a lot of mixed-in armored bad guys. Don't think I should hold on to this ammo. I think I should sell it. Yeah. Hi, Bob.
Morning. It ain't bragging if you done it. Here's your pay.
It ain't bragging if you done it. Oh, okay, I get it. It's an inverse. Gotcha. The hell is this, dude? I guess I'll take those.
You're looking at the right hombre, partner.
And you still have not... Oh, the price has gone down. Hey, I'm gonna buy it. I probably should have gotten some meds or something like that.
Full no money back guarantee.
You're saying you sold me a broke one? That's the reason why it's cheaper? That's what I'm hearing, dude. I want to do the mortician's house.
Well, alrighty then.
Alright, let's go put all of these stuff back up. Ah! It's fine. I think it ran out in front of me. $935? It was like 33 this morning, so yeah, it's like 2. So, I mean, it might happen this month, but I don't know. I tend to not hold my breath because every time I think we're getting close to a milestone of some sort, suddenly the algorithm will dry up and it'll just like stagnate for a month or two for no reason. So, I tend not to try and get my hopes up one way or the other. Okay, guys, we have the Crucible. Can I make the whatever this thing is? Hold on. Can I type in puffer thing? Thing that blows. My mind's gone blank, guys. I don't know what I'm looking for. Advanced bellows. I do have it open. Let me see.
I'm alive.
Are you alive? Thank you, Richie. Thank you. Bellows, yes. You know, I didn't even think about that. It blows. It's called a bellow. Why is it so hard for me to remember that? Yeah, my brain does a thing. You know, when it does a thing, it's just gonna happen that way, guys. The fact that it's functioning today and half of my words are wording, it's fine. It's more than usually happens, you know? What are we at? 15, that's not going to do it, but 34 might be too much. 24? Just drink another coffee, you know, extra caffeine. Craft that. Alright, now we are cooking with gasoline. And by gasoline, I mean bellows. And a crucible, and all of the other things. So we have the stuff and things in place in order to put the materials in for the motorcycle. I still just need the motorcycle schematic. So we're getting there. Which part are you? Hunting rifle? Ugh. Machine gun parts. Let's just put this stuff away. I want to go check the thingy. The drop. Did I get all the food out of here? It's good. It's good. It's good. Chrono, how you doing? How's your stuff? How's your things? Drop that. Drop that. Drop that. I probably won't need this for right now. And drop that. Now let's piss off another Karen, okay? Just turn all of that on. Let's see. How much longer you got? Oh, you're done. I'm almost willing to drop this stuff off and just replace it with... Okay. Replace it with more ammo. That works. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I don't need to use that. And do I have enough stuff to make a little bit more 9mm? Not that this is my weapon of choice, just it's silenced and my other weapon tends to break a whole lot faster than this one for now. There we go. Maxed out. Okay, where is this drop at? And it actually looks like we can go digging for that thing. Where's the drop? That's almost as bad as the zombies constantly running into the back of my vehicle. Okay, let's go dig a treasure. There be booty in them heels. We might... I don't think heels is the way they say that. Let's go dig it up. Maybe there'll be something actually worth it. If you were in the apocalypse and you decided to bury your stuff out in the woods, would you really create a letter? Just in case you didn't make it for somebody else to drop it, would you even think about that? I probably wouldn't even think about it. It'd be like, I'm just gonna dig this hole, I'm gonna drop this stuff in here, and I'm gonna run away from it so they don't find it, but I probably wouldn't think about drawing a map to it, so I would lose it too. I wouldn't know where I buried it. Booty and heels? Yes. You know when you're in heels and your booty does the thing, it goes up some? We should definitely ask the skirt about that one, you know? Homemade chicken parmesan with pasta. That sounds good. That sounds really good. I do have the stuff to try and make some spaghetti, but I was wanting to try one of my tomato sauces to see if I can actually make it into a viable spaghetti sauce, because I have not tried that yet. I've always partitioned off like one of my old spaghetti sauces and the tomato paste that I make and add some more seasoning to it, because I was worried that it wouldn't quite taste right. But I'm like, okay, it's getting to the time where I need to find out whether or not I actually like this and how I need to make it and all that kind of stuff like that, because the new growing season is coming up. We'll see. I'm gonna go that way. Go this way. Nobody got called in.
I'm alive.
Thank you, Richie, for the biddies.
I'm alive.
Oh, I'm kind of slow saying this, but so far, go to games. has been Fallout 76, then with Friends stuff, like Split Fiction, and soon their new Resident Evil. Oh, okay, what you've been working on. I gotcha. Country fried steak for dinner and wings for you. Nice. I'm resisting the urge to ask you whether or not you're having blue cheese with it. You guys should be proud of me. I resisted the urge. Definitely. Hey, I leveled up digging. Which one were we gonna go into? Hang on. I put another point into... Wow. It's like, wow, I can't believe you've done this. We did put another point in here, so we'll drop that one in there. The next time we'll actually be able to spec again into Pummel Pete, which is nice. Question, since we're playing the Alpha 16 backers mod, does that mean I can dig without having to worry about it spawning in bad guys? Because I didn't do that in Alpha 16. Okay, we're definitely going this way. Oh, there it is. It would spawn bad guys at the end, but it wouldn't spawn bad guys while you were digging. Hawaiian Never mind. Pineapple on pizza. Gross. I mean... Okay. That's ammo. Well, and spawn bad guys at the end either. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let me block this in so nobody falls in the hole. That would be very rude. There we go. Okay. Oh man, are you in the pine forest though? It's probably not going to be a motorcycle schematic then. Well, let's go get it. Do not insult the pineapple on pizza. I will, it's disgusting. Absolutely 100% disgusting. And I have a fairly way of saying this. This is not about whether or not you like pineapple on pizza or pineapple on pizza thing at all. For me, it has nothing to do with the fact that it's pizza that I have a problem with it. It's the fact that it's paired with a meat. Meat should not be sweet. Meat should be salty. I'll forever and always say that. Okay. So it wouldn't matter what kind of meat you put on there or whether or not you were just putting pineapple on ham and the pizza was nothing to do with it. I wouldn't like that either. I just don't. In all the years that I have been late during Thanksgiving or Christmas and I wanted to get a ham and they put like honey or brown sugar or something, I literally stick that thing inside my sink and rinse it off before I cook it. Just so I can get 1 or 2 slices out of it. I'm sorry, Skylarking, I do not like pineapple pizza. Pineapple on pizza. I don't like pineapple. I don't like anything sweet paired with a meat. The only time I have made a conscious choice, and it is strategic, because it has to have heat with it. The only time I can handle sweet meat is when there's heat to it. Like sweet potatoes, made with not as much sugar as usual, paired with a spicy sausage. Take all of what I said however you want to. Every bit of it. But that's been like one of the few exceptions I can possibly find. Okay. I forge ahead book. Like, you get farming bundles from this stuff, so I mean, there is that. Every single one of these books I already have. What kind of seeds? Okay. Alright. That was kind of senseless. I mean, I got a few extra seeds and I can finish out my farm area. It's really the only thing it's going to help me with. Sweet and sour chicken and shrimp? Mm-mm. I don't like sweet and sour chicken. Sends Chappie a text. Liz is on the server. And PvP is on. Any more blue cheese comments? Well, I mean, if you're going to be targeting like that or something like that, I said I was not going to say anything about it. But since you're goading me into saying something about it... No. I adore cheese. Blue cheese is just disgusting. It's like, here's my fungus. Like toe jam in a cup. It's fungus. It's literally what blue cheese is. It's disgusting. I do apologize. I probably just messed up someone's entire dinner plans. Now I can't eat that. That's gross. Sorry. Pineapple, ham, and jalapeno. No, I tried that. I honestly am not one of those people who said that, you know, I won't try this pizza or I won't try these combos to see if I like them. That does not work. I tried that. The reason why the sausage, I think, works, and because sweet potato is not actually all that sweet, particularly on how you cook it. Jeez. Let me get stuck on this rock. Particularly how you cook it, it can actually be a very savory meal. But paired with the sausage, the way that the sausage is cooked, the amount of seasonings that are in the sausage, it's not just the heat of the sausage that does it. But heat is a component of it. It's almost like a cooling effect. I can't tell you. I have tried the jalapeno along with the other stuff. I just can't. Cannot do it. And honestly, this is a combination of food that I tried because I was trying to find combinations. Since in my area, sweet potatoes grow prolifically. I mean, it's like one of the few things I can plant during the summer that I won't have to baby all the way through summer. I was desperate to find things that I could make with sweet potatoes. Because like I said, I'm not a huge fan of sweet meats of any sort. So it's like, I cannot... How do you pair sweet potatoes with any meal? To me, sweet potatoes were a dessert. And I tried several different things before I finally found something that actually... By lessening the amount of sweet that comes from the sweet potato and eating the sausage along with it, it just makes it tolerable. Ham does not have the same type of flavor profile, I guess. The amount of seasonings that you would normally use. Ham by itself is good. Ham by itself is good. And also, let me just go ahead and preface this by saying, I also don't like pineapple. I mean, just like by itself, I don't like pineapple. So, I mean... I speak in generalities about I don't like sweet meat, but I also don't like pineapple. There we go. But, like, if I was to do... What would be something I grew up on? We had a lot of Hamburger Helper, and when my grandmother lived with us, we would do like a hamburger helper. She would make sure there were all food groups. There would be a hamburger helper. There would be a couple of different types of vegetables. There would always be a biscuit. And there would be what we call a dessert, which is just like a fruit or something made a certain way. And one of those was called a pear salad. I don't know why it was called a pear salad. It wasn't actually a pear salad, but it's a half a pear with mayonnaise in it and cheese on top. I didn't even like that. I had to scrape everything out just to be able to eat the pear. Because in my opinion, mayonnaise does not go on a pear. It's just weird and not good. It's like, I feel like some people in my area just kind of made up things because during certain times, you know, it's hard to find food, so they just dressed it up however they had to in order to make it edible along with the meal. I really think that's what a lot of it is. Hold on. How many do I have up? Yeah, I can fit that up there. Hold on. And then put this back in here so that I don't accidentally sell it. I mean, at least the Karen brought me an egg, you know? That's something. It's really nice. I got a vegetable stew out of it, which is only a 30 wellness. And I have an extra farm plot in case anything happens to my other one. Now, I am running low on gas and stuff, so let's go sell. Do I buy gas or do I go tear apart vehicles? Because I will run out very shortly. Sounds like a pear half with cottage cheese. Ugh. I don't think I would like that either, which is odd because I can eat cottage cheese with a pickle. But there again, a pickle is sour and salty, and paired with cheese I'm fine. But cheese on something sweet doesn't appeal to me either. Not sure why.
They say the early bird gets the worm. Well, I'll be a monkey's wrench.
Yeah, you would be a monkey's wrench, wouldn't you? Okay, now that I've purchased that, is there anything we need to work towards? I mean, books and stuff like that, but I still would rather... I could beat it with a stick, actually. I could beat the crap out of it with a stick, dude. It's one of the benefits of having a stick. Let's go break down some vehicles. I don't want to pay for the gas. I really don't want to. I'm going to save up to see if I can find the schematic that I'm trying to find. What we might wind up doing is doing another trip into the wasteland. And I've already started on my tier 4 missions, so maybe I could pick up some missions in the snow biome, because that would allow me to have a higher loot rate. So, maybe. Do you have a engine and stuff to build for? No, I think I've got an engine and battery. I think I'm good with that. Just be glad you don't have a vinegar allergy. You can't have any pickles or condiments. That would suck. A sweet potato and coconut syrup possibly could have done with some chili flakes mixed in, make it a bit more fiery. But it's good nonetheless. And sweet potato pie. From what I understand, sweet potato pie is supposed to taste very similar to a pumpkin pie. Let's see, honey roasted gammon, chili parsnip puree, glazed cabbage and bacon. Cabbage and bacon sounds good. And I don't know what a chorizo, Szechuan gravy. I don't know what that is. Sweet and spicy, sweet potato and bam. There's problem solved. Wait, what? You like putting pickles on pizza? Bacon cheeseburger style or pepperoni and sausage? I don't think I have ever tried pickles on pizza. There for a while I was eating like, what do you call them? My brain's gonna just decide to take a holiday. Putting peppers and stuff on my, yellow peppers on my pizza. And I go on and off of that. Like sometimes the vinegar is a bit too much to have along with that. I guess it just kind of depends on which flavor I'm hunting for. But I can tell you that one thing is, not to mention it's not just any sausage that goes along with the sweet potatoes. The sausage that I've got for dinner tonight is sadly not the kind that I want to put with it, but I really need my jars back. And I really need to find food to cook along with it. And I just so happen to have that sausage already. So that's what I'm going to use. Sometimes you just gotta improvise with what you got. Chorizo sausage, Szechuan pepper. Ah. Have I ever eaten cheesecake? Yeah, but you can't taste cheese in the cheesecake. I mean, it's kind of I mean, it's cream cheese, but cream cheese doesn't really qualify as a cheese for me. It's like the... it's the gateway cheese, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it can go either way, sweet or savory or whatever. It's like the only one that can do that. Now I've invented new terms, gateway cheese. Did my brain abandon ship? My brain abandons ships all the time. I actually don't think it shows up for work most of the time, to be fair. I just assume it's there, and then I go to call on it, and it's like, Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. Oh, look, a ranger hat. Shotgun stuff. At the very least, I can sell that. How much gas do we think we need for this thing? Like 1,000, maybe? Aha. Those vehicles right there give you a whole lot of parts. That's an awkward way to park. Yeah, if your cheese case tastes like cheese, something's gone wrong. Exactly. You don't actually taste the cheese. If you were to put cottage cheese into a pear, there's no denying that's cheese. None. Like, I have a couple of, like, things that break the mold. Like, I can eat a McGriddle, a sausage McGriddle from McDonald's, and I can tolerate, like, one of those. And that's a sweet meat, but I really actually don't even taste the sausage. I taste the seasoning in the sausage along with the pancake. If that makes any sense. There's very few things, and it usually has to do with high seasoning content on whether or not it passes the bar. Dude, I stole their wheels. This is definitely the bad side of town, and apparently I'm the reason why it's the bad side of town. Poor Reaper, he's like, could you guys please move on from the cheese topic? I can't say I found some replacement brains. I will not disclose how I abstained from said brains, but I could borrow one if the brain doesn't come in for you for work. Oh. This game thinks it's funny. I just spent so much money on that fucking thing. Are you serious, game? I hate this game. There's some 7 days dev out there right now. He was eating popcorn, and right then he was watching this. He was eating popcorn, and it was like a touchdown. He's like, yes! And then wanked off to that. Every time, I tell you. They get off on that shit. Why is the coding like that? Doesn't even make any sense. If you're just joining and you want to know why I'm bitching about that, it would be awesome to find a Crucible in just some random vehicle. That's cool. I just saved up for a really long time to buy one from a trader. I just got it today and put it in my forge, and now I just idly find one in the truck down the road from my base. Stupid game. Anyway. Let's see, have you ever made, I don't even know how to say that, much less have ever made it. No, I don't think I have ever tried that. You eat cheese and fruit together pretty frequently? I do not. Karma? That is not karma! I diligently did all of my stuff and things for the trader. I went on all of the missions, got my ass handed to me frequently to make enough money to buy that. And then right afterwards, the game's like, here, you can have one. The fun pimps are trolls. I thought you knew that already. It's just, it's so irritating because you know they do it on purpose, and I don't even know how they code that in, but the game knows. It has for a long damn time, and it's never talked about, and the fun pimps have never been, like, cornered with it. How did you do this? What did you do? Why did you do it? But that's how it's always been. Well, actually, I can't say always been, because I don't know how it was earlier versions, but it eventually got to where the game, like, withheld certain things until you took certain things or made certain things, and then it gives you 500 of them for no reason. Like, you can save for a long time back when you used to be able to get your not your jars, I was supposed to say jars. You had to have the chemistry station, so in order to do the chemistry station, you had to have the little thing that goes in it that my brain can't remember. But in order to get that, you had to buy it from the trader because you couldn't find it anywhere, so you buy it from the trader, and then suddenly all of the traders have it, and then you find it in loot, and then all kinds of places, and it's like, well, thanks. I just did all that, and now I find them. Like, I bend over backwards, and after you bent over backwards to fulfill some sort of weird thing, really suddenly it's showing up everywhere. That was in the same damn day. Sometimes it's not that obvious, but in this particular case, it was that obvious. Yeah, the beaker. For some reason, my brain just like, identify a certain item, and my brain's just like, no. Have we got enough gas now? I want like 1,000 in my pocket and my tank full. I'll be happy. The game mysteriously gatekeeps something until you finally break down and buy it, or yeah. Exactly, like right now I'm trying to find like a specific piece for my weapon that constantly breaks this one, and it's not going to give me one. And then after I finally, somehow or another, do something drastic, like go to the wasteland and do a mission or something like that, it will finally, I'll get one in that drop, and then I'll come back here, and it'll give me like 30 of them. I wouldn't even need to go to the wasteland to get them. They'll just suddenly start showing up. What does this do? Bartering plus 5%. Cool. I don't know if I want my bartering any better, because Bob is already trying to proposition me into the back room again. I'm not interested. Liz said a cuss word? I know a few, yes. I thought the game gave her something that she was looking for after she crafted it. That's happened before, too. It wasn't that I crafted that one. I saved up for a long time. I did a lot of missions. And if you watch today's video over on my main channel, another advertisement, you'll see how much crap I went through. Globo, thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for this. Dude, thank you for the prime. I appreciate. If you watch that video that came out today on that channel, you will see how much drama I went through to get the money that I got before this video, this stream. And I did all that stuff to get the rest of the money for the thing that I needed. I went and bought it. And as soon as I go scavenging, I find one. It's stupid. You already have one of those too, huh? It would be like... It would be the same as right now, my actual goal, aside from getting the Crucible, was to try and get the stuff for motorcycle stuff. It would be the same as, say, I go all the way to the wasteland or whatever, I do a whole bunch of missions, I finally find the schematic for the motorcycle. Coming back to my town, and then the trader selling a motorcycle. it's the same vibe. Or the trader sells the motorcycle, I save up a whole bunch to try and buy the motorcycle, and immediately in the next car that I check or something like that the same day, there's the schematic. I could have saved all of that money, all the hard work to make the money in order to buy the motorcycle. It's one or the other. And they usually always happen. It always happens, like, close together. It would be different if you went, like, a week later in the game, and then it's like, oh, okay. Well, finally I found one. That's cool. I mean, I bought it last week, but, psh, I mean, what can you do? No, it's the same damn day. Same day. $765, 73. We're almost done having to harvest. I think I filled up the bike. I guess I should check before I say we're almost done, huh? Did I finish filling it up? Yes. Not here trying to get all of the stuff in the things. Let me scrap some stuff down so I'm not over encumbered. Why am I carrying all of this wood? No, don't do that. Auger parts. That's actually one of the parts that I was missing. Okay. It's fine. Like I said, the game thinks it's funny. What the heck is even this? The Sky Residence? Just gonna crest that 900. Honestly, I want the fun pimps put on the spot for that whole mechanic. It has to be rigged into the game. There's no way it just idly happens. As often as it happens. And I'm not the only person who has experienced this. I've seen other content creators, the same damn thing happens. So I know it's not just me. Has it happened to any of you guys? Like, you spend a whole lot of time doing this thing, you do the thing, and the next day you go out in the game, it's like suddenly it's everywhere. Or you find one that you just spent a whole lot of money on. Or you grinded to get all of the materials so you can purchase or build it, and then suddenly the trader's selling it. You know what? My pockets are like so full. Is that 1,000? That's 1,000. We can go now? Nice. It would be on brand for their dev versus players? Yeah, it would be. And the thing is I don't think that they actually have had a conversation about it as many times as we've talked about, oh, rage mode is a thing, zombies knowing exactly where you are during certain times when they shouldn't. There's a lot of things. Actually, I'm going to stop right there because I actually have an idea for a video and I'm going to put it in the video. I'm just going to leave it like that. It's the thing that I've already been thinking about. Anyway, I don't think the devs have ever answered the question on whether or not that is a part in it, and I've never heard anybody who digs into the XML files seeing coding for it to do that, but it just seems like it happens so often. Is it because I just opened a brand new tech tier because my level suddenly hit the right loot stage or something like that, and now it's just gonna throw all those things at me? It's like, I don't know, because in this particular instance, it's like a schematic. You find the schematic, you build it, and now suddenly the thing that you wish the trader had suddenly starts showing up at the trader. That didn't actually change your tech tier, you know? So it's so odd that it just happens repetitively. I'm like, stupid crucible. Now I have another one that I don't actually need. Dadgummit. I probably should get this brass going because I have got a lot of it. Start there. Six. That probably not necessary. I'll wait. Now this, that's just bartering plus 5%. Do I want to hold on to this for the chance of maybe eventually I'm going to be making a large purchase and the 5% might be useful? I have to ask myself, do I ever remember to do that? And the answer is no, I don't ever remember to do that. Heck, I don't even remember the medicine out of the freaking things right next to the trader. So I think I go sell it. I just think I sell it along with this. I don't want this ammo. They keep garbaging up my boxes with that ammo. Okay, let's go. I guess that was the next way of nerfing weapons. This line of thinking. They nerfed weapons because at one point you had to go and mine a whole bunch of stuff and then you could just like put out all kinds of ammo. It really was not that difficult to go out and mine. So then they subtly changed it to where it was hard to find brass. Now you can find brass everywhere. Now ammo is not hard, but now, after this version, the ammo that you get is HP ammo, which eventually gets to where you can't use it as often because it's not reliable that you're going to be able to change ammo and more armored bad guys start showing up. So eventually the ammo that you find, you can't use anymore. So this is the
Morning. What can I get you?
nerfing of
Right
ammo
up, see
through the
what tickles
years.
your piston.
Seriously don't want that ammo, huh? Hey dude, why don't you sell me a motorcycle so I don't have to go and craft one? Hmm? Just not gonna do it, are you? Not gonna do it. Okay. Take that.
That's a good choice you made right there.
I still don't want the mortuary's house, the mortician's house. I really don't want that job. I've had those instances when I played, yeah. I heard somewhere it's programmed that if you find a schematic for something, you'll find the corresponding items related more often than you would if you didn't have the schematic. That's just odd, though. Hey Star, how you doing? It'd be very simple to have a check mark, unlock loot after buy or craft, forcing people to interact with the crafting or quest system rather than just yeet higher tier POIs. Yeah, possibly. But that's the thing, I went through several high tier POIs and like I said, got my ass handed to me a few times in order to get the money for that. And then it just randomly shows up in the back of a vehicle. And it's not like I got a schematic so I can make as many as I want to either, you know? It's just frustrating. You spend all that time grinding out the thing and then it just shows up 2 minutes later. It shouldn't be that obvious. At least pretend you're hard to get, you know? I should just get rid of that. Are we done here? Yes, we are. Alright, is there anything else that I need to set up? We're close to time. Is there anything I need to set up to craft or do before we call it? I cooked tons and tons of food, so we can work on that. I really wish with this mod, since we have wellness again, that we could actually see our wellness listed here. Sadly, we don't, but it would be nice. The loot stage is 96 now. Did I open up any of these? Nope, we're done. And do I have a level? No. Okay, so all of that part's done. We've got gas. We've got all of our food made for the next time. What's the date for the server? When are we supposed to call the server? I know it's sometimes this month, right? And the funny thing is if there's some sort of thing to tell the game to unlock such and such after this thing is met, I kind of get that, but if that's also locked behind a tech tier, it seems kind of odd. And the problem is in some cases, since this is a sandbox game, some people don't want to interact with the crafting system or don't want to interact with the traders. For instance, I've seen no crafting challenges. They want to go to the trader, purchase things, or go find the things. Or in the case of the no traders, they don't want to do missions. They just want to go through the POIs, clear houses, clear towns, that kind of thing. I just got a question. Am I the only one who's been getting in the server lately, or have other people been getting in the server? I think between the last time I was in the server and this time, a couple of days had passed. Which each of the days is like 3 hours or something like that, so... You just want to mine stuff and visit Jen? Ah. See, I find mining boring. I want to be able to find the stuff that I can get from the mining thing other places. I'd rather loot. That's my thing. I like exploring and looting. I don't necessarily like doing trader missions. I just know I'm going to get better loot from doing trader stuff, plus I will get a reward at the end. In this version, the reward is not as good as it used to be, so... Like, I've gone through and nearly died a few times, used every bit of my ammo, broke my weapon, broke my leg, and all I got was 5 duct tape and a bit of caps. That was it. Well, coins. Duke's Casino tokens. You were only on for a little bit? Gotcha. I don't know. I guess it all depends on if everybody's wanting to do a 2.5. I don't know, has it come out of experimental? Has 2.5 come out of experimental, or is it still doing that? I haven't even been keeping up with it. I've been spelunking through stuff and things, but I haven't actually kept up with the updates as much. In Alpha 18, you could get some really nice stuff on day 1. Yeah, you could randomly in the back of a vehicle on your way to try and find your trader that may or may not show up. You could just find random cool guns in the back of a car. You haven't been following it either? Okay. Well, I guess what we could do is probably put it into the Discord, since usually it's people in Discord, not people that are on the patron site or member site itself interacting with it. Maybe we can just put it in the Discord and ask how everybody feels about the server, and we can plan something for the end of it. I'm not necessarily saying I want to end it, but I know that sometime this month we were supposed to, and I'm already starting to see severe lag spikes whenever, like, I reset a POI or something like that. It lags out really, really bad. And I don't think we should put it on 3-hour days. I think we should just leave the days normal. Because these items, unless they fixed it in the 2.5 update, these things are not working properly. The plants are working properly, these are not. They're not filling up like they're supposed to. Not that in this particular mode we have to worry about it because we can get the jars, and in the other mode we're able to get jars, just, you know, whatever. It is stable? Okay, I just wanted to be sure, because I know that it had come out, but I didn't know if it had gone stable. So when everybody's ready, we can go to 2.5 for the server. That way anybody who's wanting to try it out, but wants to play in a server instead of single player, we can do that. I have had fun with this, though. It is, to me, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, I like the learn by doing thing. Me, personally, I would much rather sit inside my base and craft 5,000 items at night instead of sit in my base and do nothing. At least it gives me incentive to craft things, and then, like, on the long trips across the planet to go do a mission and bumfuck nowhere, I can craft things in my pocket and still be working on something instead of just completely wasting my time. So, I'll be honest with you, I didn't actually play Alpha 16 all that much. I think I played the version that was on the console for like a week total, maybe. So whatever version that was the earliest version. But the learn by doing actually As much as I hear people complain about it, I don't mind it at all. I mind the magazines. I mind them a lot. Can you blow up Chappie's house before we reset? Please, 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 please. Why? The one next to your base or the one that's over here? And why? Why are you targeting Chappie? You come on here in defensive over Chappie and his skirt, but now you want to blow up his base? Why not? I mean, that's entirely up to Chappie. Entirely. It's stable junk. I have heard that there are two problems that I have an issue with that I'm gonna dig into whether or not they're actually a problem, and we should wait until those things are fixed before we launch the server, so let's not make any plans yet. But apparently the third-person camera allows people to look through walls, which would allow people to get into the server and steal things from the inside of people's bases, which could potentially be a problem. And apparently the apiary causes memory leaks. I thought there was a memory leak in the game to begin with, so if it causes more memory leaks, is that a thing? I don't know. If it caused the memory leak to get worse, maybe that's a problem that we should research before we go to 2.5. Okie dokie, we are going to go ahead and call it. Guys, I appreciate you being here. Make sure you check me out over on the Twitch and on the YouTubes for those of you who are on either one of them or both. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. My VODs channel, which is my videos on demand, which is my YouTube section of streaming, is at 935 subscribers. We're trying to hit 1,000 so we can do ourselves a 24-hour stream, which is like a huge amount of different type of content, people coming in, leaving out, basically eating in front of the camera, which I'm very uncomfortable with, and challenges. That's essentially what the entire 24 hours winds up being whenever we do one, and they're a lot of fun. But in order to do that, we're going to have to hit ourselves some sort of milestone. We can't just party for 12 hours in front of the screen. 24 hours? No. 12 hours. Did I say 24? No. Guys, I do not want to... You know, there's a site called, like, what is it? Live streaming fails? I don't want to be on one of those because I fell asleep and drooled on myself, and I don't want to hang out in Discord later. I have to cook, and I have to edit, and I also have to edit the Hidden Harvest video that I finally recorded, so I don't know if I'm going to be in there. I said it, it's official. I misspoke. 12 hours. Anyway, we're going to do that whenever it hits 1,000, so if you happen to enjoy this, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you'll get notified whenever we go live next time. Tomorrow we will be streaming Fallout 76, so if you're interested in that, be here for that. And then Friday, we're going to be doing Outlast Trials. I think that our event has changed already. I'm not really sure. So we're going to be working on that. And all of that is at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are interested, Thursday and Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will see you guys then. YouTubes, thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe, like the stream. Let's take this funness, yes, excitedness, yeah, sure, to, where are we going? Let's go to Flappy Sword. It's taking a look at the Minecraft Killer. I'm not sure what that is, but apparently it's a new survival game. It's an open world survival, so we're gonna go check that out.
Wow.
After the 2 hours of WoW. Hang on. Great, now I'm asthma. 2 hours of WoW.
Wow.
There's Owen, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. I'll use the fire has gone out as an excuse to get some sleep during a 24-hour stream. I wouldn't want to do a 24-hour stream. I would really be miserable by the end of it.
Thank you.
Resi 4. I would not want to do that because at some point I would turn pissy. I really would. I am an angry, tired person. I really would. I would not want to do that. And I wouldn't want to say it's a 24-hour stream and then divide it up between 2 different sittings. That doesn't seem right. I mean, if we ever did like a marathon where we were doing like a subathon and we go on as long as we are getting subs, I might do like sleeps in between or something like that, but I don't see myself ever doing one of those. We don't have that size of a channel over on Twitch because it would be subs. So I don't see me doing that anytime soon, so we don't need to worry about that. That's what she said? Oh, really? Okay, YouTubes, I will see you guys tomorrow. You have a wonderful day overnight, and you stay shiny. Bye, YouTubes! Don't sass me, woman. I will sass who... have you met me? Chaplain, have you met me? Have you met... You're gonna tell me not to sass. Have you met me? There we go. We have ended that out.